Hello and welcome back to the newest colony in Rimworld of Bushido, Chewy, and Leinster. I mean, so far, all that we know about this nice little colony is that it is ripe for a communist revolution at this point. And at the same time, in saying that, it is highly productive, outside of Chewy, who is apparently, and Bushido. Bushido clearly does not know how to actually play horseshoes because he was trying to play horseshoes over here. That's not how you do it. You have to be on the other side, Bushido. But at the same time, you know, we can't blame him too much because I'm not certain that anyone has like a formal system of playing horseshoes at this point in the colony. So, I mean, if there's no formal rules, he can't be blamed for not getting the rules right. Right? Wrong. Wrong. You don't get the rules right. You're cheating, you fail, burnt at the stake. That's basically how this colony works. We say it's all about communism and capitalism, but in reality, it's about religious correctness and thought police, which is just kind of how things go in basically every civilization I ever make. So, I mean, it's to be noted, if you ever live in a civilization in which I am the ruler, which is probably never going to happen because of the fact that it usually devolves into thought police, and that's what I was going to warn you about. It devolves into thought police. If you don't like thought police, you shouldn't live in these civilizations. Okay. So we've got our solar panels not quite hooked up to the batteries yet. We do have batteries, though. And once we get the power... oh, wait, there is a power conduit set up there. Okay. So we do have power going out to the batteries. That is nice. Next thing that we need is going to be a kitchen room, which, where are we going to put that? I mean, we need a combination of a couple things. We need a kitchen room, and we need defenses. The defenses are going to be key. But I think we'll build the kitchen off of this side. We'll have basically a little wood shack attached to the walk-in refrigerator, just right off of here. And we'll throw in this the actual electric cooker and such things. This is definitely a very different design of colony from the ones that we've had previously. I think it follows in the realm of the revolutionary spirit of these people that we should have a very revolutionary design of colony. Man, these people are ridiculously fast at working. Just look at them go. Who is this? Visitors. A group from town at the desert are visiting the colony. Who are these? Trev and Julia. Hello, Trev. Hello, Julia. How are you? You've come to the most revolutionary colony that has ever existed up to this point. Period. And if you say otherwise, we will imprison both of you. Both of you, not the ostrich. Both of you. I mean, we could imprison an ostrich. I'm not against it. I'm only kind of slightly concerned about the concept of imprisoning an ostrich. It's not quite the most logical thing to do, but at the same time, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if imprisoning an ostrich happens to be that thing that needs to be done, so be it. Okay, let's set up a stockpile zone here. It's a kind of a small stockpile, but at the same time, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. We'll cut out food, and outside of that, that should be fine. So we should start stockpiling our resources in there. And we can throw in here the nice little electric stove. Oh man, this is just so... it's just moving so nicely at this point. I expected, you know, the standard situation. People freaking out over very small situations. Panicking every other minute and such things. But at this point, that's not really how it's going. I mean, it's a pretty solid colony. So we're going to drop the temperature in the walk-in fridge, and we're going to set up the storage zone in there, because that is just basic to the continued survival of our colony. If we can't freeze our food, then what are we going to do? I mean, I thought that all of society was based upon being able to freeze food. I don't know if I'm wrong or right about that one, but I'm pretty sure I'm right that freezing food is the standard for a civilized colony. Oh, can we trade with Trev? Hey, Bushido. Bushido, not Bushido. Try to trade with Trev. What do you got, Trev? He's got chocolate. A delicious preparation of cocoa seeds ground together with sugar and vanilla. Very pleasurable to eat, but not very nutritious. I don't care about the nutritious value of it. Purchase every single bit of that chocolate that you can. We will have chocolate. I mean, it won't be much chocolate, but it'll be chocolate. There we go. Look at that. And we're going to freeze it so it's not going to melt on us. That's great. You guys didn't expect to actually get money out of this endeavor, did you? No, you thought, oh, this is an uncivilized colony with nothing to provide for us. We'll just have to raid them. Nope, no such situation. You have made a good deal of money. You better go back to your colony and tell everyone that we purchased chocolate for exorbitant prices if you're willing to, you know, pay up. Okay, so we need to get some steel. Can Leinster mine? She can. Leinster, get to work mining up some steel, because we're going to need to set up these sandbags, which will be the basis of our defenses. And I think we only have a very little quantity of steel remaining, since we haven't started building either the electric stove or any of the new standing lamps. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Oh, we're also going to need some form of eating area at some point. And that's going to have to be the first communal room, since the communists within the colony are very much pushing for communal rooms overall, and we do need to appease them enough so that they don't try to destroy our civilization. I find that that's a bit useful of a thing. So probably round about here we'll have like a dining room area. And that'll be great. It's a bit far. We could set it up over here because that's a bit closer to all the food stuff, which kind of makes more sense to keep all the food in the same area. It's kind of compartmentalized, maybe a bit bureaucratic, and I don't know how communism and bureaucracy work together. I feel like there is an inherent level of bureaucracy necessary in communism, but at the same time, I don't know if they like the concept of bureaucracy or if it's just an inevitability out of the fact that they need to basically divvy up all of these resources between so many people. We're also going to need far more power. That is going to be a thing. So what can we do? We really only have solar panels. Oh, we have wind turbines. A wind-powered electrical generator requires a large clear space in front and behind for optimum airflow. Oh, that is a very large amount of space. Ooh. Chewie thinks we should give the community a name. Oh, no. What are we going to call this? Zeitgeist a la Kami. There we go. Zeitgeist a la Kami, otherwise known in maybe one language, no, probably not, as the zeitgeist of the communists. That's a very weird name for a colony, but you know, I guess we're gonna go with it. So we're setting up a couple wind turbines just to get a bit more power around here. And in a different form from solar generators, which, I mean, solar generators are good and all, but there are eclipses and such, and they cut out the power for our solar generators. So if we get a wind turbine, that's going to be the best. Blocked by a poplar tree. Everyone, please cut down all of these trees. Make them all gone, please. Not a single one is to remain. The power of our wind turbines is being blocked by a bunch of disgusting trees that don't deserve to exist because they are blocking us. Oh, looks like we've got some power out of that one. Let's work on connecting up the power systems here. We're gonna run this straight down into the batteries. It's gonna be perfect. Trust me, you think it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be great. Don't worry about it. So the only thing we have to worry about in the long run is making sure that there aren't any trees in the way so that we have optimum airflow through here. And through that, hopefully the best that we can, the most energy that we can make. Okay, Leinster, you are the grower. You're also going to be a bit of a hunter. So she can hunt and the other dudes can cook. So Leinster's going to go out and hunt... I guess... Leinster, try to hunt some of these deer. We'll have to see how Leinster does as she attempts to actually, you know, complete this mission. I'm not certain that the deer will be terribly... Oh, how do you put it? Happy about the situation? They may or may not attempt to beat Leinster over the head. Leinster, are you gonna get to work, Leinster? Where is she? Oh, nope, she's taking some shots. Where are you? Oh my word, those are some pretty far shots, Leinster. I mean, in saying that, it does not appear that any deer are trying to kill her immediately. A local rat has gone mad. Well, I don't really care. I mean, when it shows up, we'll have it killed. That's fine. Looks like it's gonna go for Leinster, which is not the best situation in the world. Leinster, can you take out that rat? That'd be great. I mean, Leinster is a game dev, so I feel like she should have some skills within, like, combat and such, because I'm sure she made one or another, like, first-person shooter. So she knows all about hunting things and shooting things, because she's actually gone out and done the research in the field regarding weapons and such. And she actually has 12 shooting, so I'm not lying. This is not pure speculation. She is actually pretty good at doing these things. They have taken to combat. Run, Leinster! Run! Bushetto! Move into position! There's a pack of wild deer trying to kill Leinster. Take a shot at the doe. Take him down, Bushetto. Okay. Bushetto is having some trouble as well. Please don't say that another colony is going to be defeated by a bunch of deer. Please. Oh my word. Open fire. Open fire. Go to combat. Chewie, do not engage in any form of combat. You are supposed to be... Nope, they're going after Chewie. Chewie? Chewie? Run into the storage room and do not leave. Is Bushetto dead? Bushetto is dead. Okay, do not leave that room, Chewie. No matter what you hear occurring outside, do not leave the room. Why are deer so dangerous in this game? Deer are not this dangerous in real life. I know deer can kill you and all that, but, I mean... Oh, you're joking. Chewie is incapable of violence? Chewie, you may be incapable of violence, but the deer are not. They are here to kill you, Chewie. Run, Chewie! Run! Fight back! Why? Why is it always deer? Deer are the least intimidating thing you could find. Are you guys gonna stop trying to manhunt us at any point, please? You know, we had a nice colony going here right up until the point that a bunch of deer were all like, oh, it's time to end their pitiful ways. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just cancel all of these. All of these hunt designations are canceled. Okay, deer is officially off the menu forever because these deer are just way too dangerous to deal with. Bushetto is now dead. I mean, he was a Luddite. I don't feel that bad about it. I mean, Chewie and Leinster are clearly far more important. How do you feel? It's just a bunch of... It's just a bunch of bruises and such. I'm sure they'll get up at some point. The big concern is if these deer aren't ever going to leave or stop being in a man-hunting rage, then we're gonna have some issues. Because the moment anyone gets up, they'll be attacked by deer, which is terrible. Ah, Chewie, you stupid missionary Chewie being all like, I don't want to fight a bunch of deer. What did the deer ever do to me? Well, Chewie, you know what the deer did to you? They beat you to death. Zeitgeist a la Kami has terribly failed. Oh, it's always the deer. Always the deer. What can we hunt that isn't a deer? Something a bit less dangerous. I think there are turkeys out here. There are ostriches, some raccoons. Yeah, we got turkeys and tortoises. We'll eat them instead of the deer. That'll be fine. Look, I understand that there's a level of starvation. It's kind of hard when, everyone has basically been downed by the situation. Oh, my word. Okay, wait. Okay, here's how it goes. We're not gonna start another colony, because this was just sad. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reload at the last autosave and see if we can't make something out of this. Okay, looks like... I think we're back a little ways, but not too far. We're gonna ignore the fact that our colony was brought to an end by a bunch of deer and just, you know, move on from there because, I mean, that's an unfortunate situation, it must be said, but, you know, we can do better as a civilization than to be defeated by a bunch of deer. Okay. The rule number 1 in this colony is never injure the deer. The deer are vicious creatures. So what can we actually hunt, though? Because we do need to hunt something. I think we'll take down the turkeys in the immediate area, as well as perhaps a few of the rabbits. These things seem as though if they were to come and try to attack us, we wouldn't have a particular issue trying to kill them, as opposed to the deer, which are numerous and very large, have also concerningly powerful antlers. They are very dangerous when it comes to trying to attack them. Also, we should dismantle these ship chunks to get... I don't even know what those ship chunks actually give us, but I'm sure they give us something if we're supposed to dismantle them, so... Oh, we have to name our colony again. Oh, no. Zeitgeist a la Kami. I know it was another Uh-oh. Geist. There we go. I know it was another dimension and all of that, but it's really no excuse to not remember the name of our colony. Okay, let's actually see what we get out of these ship chunks. I mean, this is pretty high levels of technology. At this point, we're actually just working with, like, butcher's tables and such. Looks like we get steel and components. I guess they can't get, like, electronics out of it because they're not smart enough. Which is unfortunate for them. Who are you shooting at, Leinster? Oh, it's a tortoise. Okay. Whew. I panicked for a second. You know, I wasn't 100% certain. We just had to be sure that Leinster wasn't going to go on some sort of attempted rampage against a bunch of deer. Because we know how... Okay. Perhaps I've just come up with a great idea. Deer are clearly the most dangerous thing that's ever existed in the universe. Clearly. They have more destructive power than any other creature, period. So perhaps our best maneuver would actually be to tame deer, and maybe... I'm not certain if this is possible, because I'm not certain that a deer would be all about this, but we could potentially train them as mounts and ride deer into combat. I feel like this is a good idea. And I feel like if you don't think this is a good idea, one, you may be right. This may sound like a terrible idea. But at the same time, I feel like it's got great potential. Great potential. Okay. So with those wind turbines up and running, let's just hook these guys up to the batteries again. That should be perfect. And we'll get that extra power in there. We've got a mad local raccoon has gone mad and is trying to attack people. I'm really not intimidated by a raccoon, quite frankly. I mean, a raccoon is admittedly more dangerous than a rat, but it's still not that dangerous. Oh, what if Chewie gets caught alone with the raccoon? I mean, we've learned from the previous situation saying that Chewie has actually been caught alone with the raccoon. Chewie is very strongly against violence, even if it happens to be towards a man-hunting raccoon. So he's just gonna book it. Bushetto's gonna come and deal with the raccoon, Chewie. Don't worry about it. We got it under control. Ooh, we can hunt some alpaca, too. Do you think alpaca are as dangerous as deer? I'm really hoping they aren't, because that would be terrible. That would actually maybe be the worst thing ever. Are we fine? Colonists need treatment. Chewie, what sort of injuries did you get from a raccoon? It's trivial scratches! Chewie, calm down! Take him out, Bushido. What kind of shooting does Bushido actually have? Nah, it's not very good. You'll be better off melee attacking the raccoon, Bushido. Just let Chewie book it. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Bushido, of course, is a master classman in the killing of various raccoon species. It's kind of a weird thing to be really good at, but he's become exceptionally good at killing raccoons. Not even with things like nets and such. Because, I mean, nets and traps, Bushido considers that to be cheating overall. It's just too easy. Bushido's all about anything surrounding, like, killing raccoons with your hands, which does cause a small bit of contention between Chewie and Bushido, as, of course, Chewie is all about pacifism, and Bushido is all about basically killing everything with his bare hands, which I personally, I respect him for it, but Chewie not so much. He doesn't like that. Okay, let's get a butcher creature infinite times. We've now got the actual food situation up and running, as we have cook simple meals forever, butcher forever. That should be good. And our colony, despite in a separate dimension having been attacked by a bunch of deer, is actually working out pretty well so far. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will continue our expansion of the colony. We'll need to build the first communal building, a dining room up yonder, where people can eat. Oh wait, no, a dining room down yonder where people can eat to their heart's content. But until then, thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.